Hey, what's up, man?
How's it going?
How you doing?
Hey, I'm chilling. You lost weight, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you.
We gonna talk about that.
Yeah. How's it going, man?
This is freight broker, Mr. Malik.
Hi, nice to meet you.
I went and got your pointer.
I'm out.
So.
Oh, you got me a pointer?
Yes.
Oh, shit. Thank you.
All right. So you can set up. I got a Wi-Fi. You gonna be using your internet to access your information?
No, I don't need that. Yeah, I just got PowerPoint.
All right.
Yeah.
So you can just set it
I'll
up.
set that up.
And you got any personal questions?
Not yet.
Well, come on now. You here early, so you might as well get the fruit.
So,
How long you been trucking?
I don't drive. I'm in school for diesel mechanic, but I
That's good. I'm gonna talk about that.
a trucking company. It's not functioning. So once I finish, I plan to purchase 2 rigs.
What diesel mechanic school you going to?
North American Trade.
Alright, I went there. How long you got till you graduate?
Well, I'm doing my CDLs too, so
I was gonna suggest
May.
Right.
Next May.
that. So you got another year.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, cause they had the dual program. And I don't suggest anybody to ever buy a truck without a CDL, even if you don't plan on driving.
Mm-hmm.
You incorporated already?
I have my LLC.
Right, so you
Right.
incorporate, that's limited liability corporation. You know drivers.
I do.
You know where to find your loads.
No, I was gonna start off at the port. I was
Don't
gonna
do it.
start.
Don't do that.
No.
Nah, I did the port for my first 6 years. You don't want to do that.
Okay.
He's a broker, so
Yeah, ports.
you can get loads from him.
Okay.
If you download this app on your phone, you want to do it now, so you can have it. It's called DAT. There's several of them, but DAT, Internet Truck Stop, that's like
The two.
Pepsi and cola.
And select it. So I don't know. I've never used. Have you select this before?
No.
Select this. I've just heard good things. I never use it. I just do DAT truck stop as well.
Yeah, and I don't even like Truck Stop because they don't.
It's just for flatbeds mainly. That's the best.
What, for Truck Stop?
Yeah. That's where I find most of my flatbeds, RGNs, and step decks.
Okay.
Yeah. Not most, like 99% are on there.
All right, that's where you find the truckers or the loads?
The truckers.
Right.
Yeah. So I guess from your guys' perspective, yeah, DAT, you can't go wrong.
Well, the issue I have with Truck Stop is they don't post the rates.
Yeah, they don't.
Is it
Yeah.
DAT load board?
Yes.
Okay.
Or you can just put DAT. It may come up as DAT Power DAT. So that's where you're gonna get most of your loads starting off. I'm gonna be showing y'all where
This one?
the blue one, the white one. Let me see. How you doing, sir? You here early? This one right here, that one. They just changed the name. But this book right here, if you want to find direct freight, this is it's gonna take you a little bit more time.
Mm-hmm.
But you can buy this. This is about $150.
Oh, you ain't really bring that?
Oh, the
Nah, this
manufacturer's directory.
This is my personal
I
copy.
thought
I
are these
asked-
books, any of those books?
Hey, how's it going, sir?
Oh,
What's your name?
Chambers books.
I'm not-
What's up, sir? How you doing? Take a seat. Well, to be honest with you, I done gave away over $25,000 worth of hard copy books. So my whole object is to continue to help people for free.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm going to continue to keep supplying hard copies, people gonna have to buy them. That's
I
just
don't have no problem buying them.
right. But I'm trying not to fall in because I know the game. The game is herd people together in order to sell them a dream, so you can sell them products, so you can make money.
Right.
Right. So most of the people that you send hosting these seminars and events and all this stuff, and they showing you the Lamborghinis and the jewelry and all of that stuff. The part that they're not telling y'all is that stuff came from the business of selling information, not the business of running the business they're teaching you how to run. You're not buying no Lamborghini selling credit repair. It's just not gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I know lots of people who flip houses. It don't work like that. Now, when you start selling information and you're charging people $3,000 to come for a weekend, and you sell that to 1,000 people, then you dealing with millions of dollars. But they're not gonna tell you that because then it's gonna ruin it. Then the jig is up.
Right.
How old are you?
53.
Right. So you remember that movie Cotton Comes to Harlem?
Look at him.
53? Are you joking?
He can't believe black don't crack, man. He know it.
Shit. You're not 53,
You
right?
from the motherland? You from Egypt, right?
No, I'm from Yemen.
Okay.
Yeah, okay,
Half.
okay.
Remember Cotton Comes to Harlem? It was
Vaguely.
doing the black exploitation movie. It was a slick talking preacher, real flashy, come into town, sell the drink, take the money, and leave. So that's what it's a whole industry of selling information.
That's the biggest industry.
Right. So that's why you're saying it happens so much now.
Game is to be sold, not told.
Right. And to some aspects that's true, and I don't knock them for making a living.
Right.
What I'm saying is I'm taking a different approach.
You gotta get down and dirty, man. You
Teach
gotta
one.
be buying people, you know,
Each one,
directories and stuff. You gotta be,
Yeah,
pitching in.
You always gotta.
It's
It's
supposed
always
to
a
be,
toll
that's
to
it,
hit the
each
main
one,
highway.
each
You know
one.
what I'm saying? Like I always say, it's
You
always
have to.
you gotta pay that toll.
Yeah.
Some people just try to toll you. Like, damn, every quarter mile you trying to hit me with another toll? Like,
Right. Well, the thing is, people didn't gain the information for free, and most of the
Yeah.
people that you see teaching, you become a self-help junkie because habits are created in a 21-day span. So once you start reading the books and going to the seminar, it does work if you work it. But what happens is at some point the light clicks on and they say, okay, I'm doing all this stuff. I done already invested 70 grand in my personal development, but I'm not making money from these businesses on the level that they're selling me. Right. Then you say, oh, I get it. They're the ones making money because we paid to come here, we paid to talk to them, and we paid for all their subscriptions and to join their groups and all this stuff. Which in reality is,
Marketing.
well, I agree and I don't agree. I don't think that you should have to charge somebody to help them, but people also don't value anything that's for free. So I've been doing this for free for
You haven't
years.
earned.
Right, and every day I bump into people in the streets, they pull me over in traffic and all. I just got a truck, you don't remember, you talked to me in 5 years, but then how many people get the information and don't use it?
That's
Or I
why-
said, right, so you won't value it unless you pay for it.
That's why I've been thinking about charging for freight broker lessons, but I don't want to. But it
You
makes
have
people
to.
more motivated. You know, like hey, if I'm paying $500 for lessons, I'm gonna really
gotta
want to
be
learn something
invested,
from
right.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta invest in yourself.
Right, and then not
You gotta
only
work with
that,
money sometimes. You know, you gotta.
I give you an example. Dang, I know I forgot something. My load trainer book. But I'm going to freight broker class again. I went 12 years ago. I'm going in 2 weeks in Arizona. I paid $3 grand for that. I just took off 2 months of work so I can do diesel training. I paid 10 grand for that. So, but because I pay for it, I value it. So even if you not, there can be dual sides. There can be some things that you do that cost, and then every now and then you toss in something for free. And also it separates the crowds. So I'm not against seminars. Matter of fact, it's the same information at the seminars as the books, but the real power to going to the seminars is being in the atmosphere of the people that can afford to be there.
Yeah, the networking.
Right. It's a difference between going to a bar and going to a cigar lounge. Or a football game, or you going to the Masters tournament.
Yeah,
It's a
I just
completely
had to sign up
different
for Grant
crowd.
Cardone. A lot of stuff I knew already, but just the network of people. It's a lot of people that no more can take it. You know what I mean? It's only certain place you can go, but somebody got to take it the rest of the way. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and that's the true benefit of it. So people go there and they want to meet the speaker, but what they really should be doing is getting the number of everybody in the row, and then y'all build relationships over time and swap information. So that's what, and you become what you surround yourself by. So if you in a room of concentrated people in your field that's operating at a high level, everybody at these conferences are either where they want to be and trying to go higher, they're trying to go somewhere, or they're headed somewhere. So those are people you want to hang around. Not, I recently had to learn the difference between pushing and pulling people.
Right.
So I used to be a pusher because I wanted so bad for people, but you
They
push
all want it for themselves.
exactly. So what's that old saying? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make
Can't
him
make him
drink.
drink.
So I focus on pulling people now. I push occasionally because I'm aggressive, but
You make them come to you now instead of you making
Some-
them do stuff. Yeah.
some not. Because the people in my personal circle, I make a stronger effort to try to push. And then also you gotta be careful with that life lesson, that can be offensive. Because if you're trying to push somebody to do what you want them to do, then basically what you're saying is what you doing, not what you're saying is I want to help you.
Right.
And I noticed you could do it because I see it in you, but it can be translated from the other side is, so what you think, what I'm doing not good enough? Because what if I'm happy how I am?
Right.
So it could be taken the wrong way, so you gotta be careful with that when you're trying to help people, because you could be thinking you're trying to help and you could actually be hurting people. So these are low life lessons I learned on my journey. Mr. Malik, you ready?
Oh yeah. Is it 11?
No, we got another minute. I say 11. We really start at 12, but
Alright.
no. You can start. We got 3 people coming. So for y'all that came early, which I'm happy for y'all, the early bird always get the worm, and also high achievers are always early, and they normally sit at the front. Anytime I go to a service, a seminar, a concert, I always try to sit right up front, and also as close to people as possible, because the closer you get to the fire, the warmer you get. So these are. Everybody here has an energy signature. You ever met somebody, you just don't like them, and y'all didn't even talk.
Right.
Or somebody ever walk in the room and they lift your spirit. Like, I don't know what it is about that person. They just make me happy, make you smile. Some cash is like that. Some of them do the opposite. That's because we are electromagnetic beings. I take a lot of training. I spent a lot of money on my personal development, not just trucking. Matter of fact, I don't even watch or listen to you trucking stuff. So, I mean, going all the way back to the Napoleon Hill Foundation, where we went to a secret location, I was trained as a master teacher. So I try to bring all this stuff to y'all for free, like on the Robin Hood concept. We rob from the rich and bring it to the poor. Not calling y'all poor, but what I'm saying is, from my opinion, the people that need this information the most can't afford it. That's why they want the information, so they can increase their income. So I make a conscious effort to bring it to y'all for free. But back to what I was saying, we all have an energy signature, and the closer you get to people, they rub off on you. If you ever see a couple been together for 30, 40 years, they start looking alike. Right, they start talking like they can finish each other's sentences. And it's not just with couples, it's with friends as well. Of course, a couple is more powerful because y'all exchanging energy intimately. And y'all coming in to each other. That's why when you read the holy books, they talk about and they became one when they talk about having sex. Or even with marriage, it's a union. You know, there's no more you and I, it's us, we one unit. So that's how they go. Any of y'all got personal questions since y'all here early? I ain't seen a couple of y'all before. I never seen you.
Yeah, I know.
Have we talked?
Yeah, I hit you up a few times on the gram, and I probably hit you maybe about a year or so ago.
Call my phone. Instagram is never lying.
Right.
In reality, it's a tool that I use because it's effective to grasp people's attention. That's why I show y'all the things that I do to try to get the young people, the serious people, business people, the older people. That's why I show different aspects of my life. But that's not real life. It's my real life because I show y'all the ups and downs. But you need personal contact. So all y'all gonna have my number. A lot of times it'd take me forever to get back to my message. So I try to get to y'all as fast as possible when I'm sitting still. Y'all together?
Yeah.
Okay. Have we talked or met?
No, I just follow you on Instagram.
Okay. What's your primary purpose for coming?
Well, I had my CD up for 14 years. I met her and we got our A's together.
2010?
Yeah, I had my B's. So then me and her went to school, we got our A's. So we trying to think about going to the trucking business together.
Okay. How good of friends are y'all?
Like the best of friends.
Okay. Have y'all exchanged money before?
Yeah, all the time.
Alright, you know money changes things. I'm not saying it will. I'm just tossing it out there. A lot of relationships have been ended over money dealings.
Right.
Matter of fact, one of the best books I ever read, How to Make $5 Million in 5 Years, is a yellow book. You can't find it anymore, and if you do, it's going to be very high priced. He talks about that in there. But it's a real estate book, but I really like that book because when you get to the end of it, he had a story in there when he was in the airport going to India, and he met this, like a Zen master or whatever you want to call it, and he used his power to move the cards. And a lot of people when you meet a person, a lot of times you come in contact with their body, but y'all do understand that we more than flesh and blood. Your body's just a car it's a vehicle you get to use while you on this planet. But how is the spirit and the soul? You try on being, mind, body, and soul. So it's more to people when you meet them. That's why, how you doing? That's why it's good to have contact with people and personal conversations when there's nobody else around. That's how you get to know people. Or sometimes sitting in silence when you're around people and y'all not talking, but you can feel the energy of people.
How you doing, man?
What's up with
we
you?
met before, though.
Where?
I came to one of your seminars before.
You look
I missed
familiar.
this couple though, outside of town. But
No, it's all good. You from New York, Jersey?
I'm from Baltimore, East Baltimore.
Okay. You came down, we was at the mall.
East Point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when we was first starting out. I need to go back down there to start patronizing her. But I chose this place because it's closer to the truck stop and it's more truck parking and it's easier for people to find. The mall kind of big.
How you doing?
What's up with you?
Alright.
We talked before?
Yeah, the mall, East Point.
Right.
Yeah.
How you doing in trucking?
Not too good. That's why I'm here.
Why not?
I never really I don't know how to take my company off. Like I got
Take it off?
Yeah, I got a brokerage company,
Okay.
and I don't know what to do to get started.
You have a trucking company as well?
Yeah, I mean, a brokerage company.
So you're not in trucking, you're in the broker side. You don't plan on having trucks?
Yeah, but I wanted to do the broker thing first.
Okay. All right, so Mr. Malik gonna speak on that first. One thing I can tell you about brokering, which I'm not, so I won't go too deep into it because I was taught not to talk about things you haven't done. But from my personal experience, brokering is the tails side. It's two sides of the coin, trucking and brokering. So the same way you got a company driver, owner operator, then you get your own authority. There's levels to brokering as well. You can work for a broker as an agent, or you can become an independent agent, which would be the equivalent of owner operator, 1099, where y'all do a 60-40 split up into 80-20 split, depending on the commission of the rate, and then you can go fully independent, which would be having your own authority and your broker bond and being fully independent. So if you're not moving as fast as you would like, have you ever considered working for a company
Yeah, that's
or
why.
becoming an independent agent?
Yeah, that's why I was here, because I ain't really know which way to go.
Well, you can talk to, excuse me, I just got here yesterday. I don't like how they cut clothes now. I don't know who, I don't.
Right.
I don't know who in control of it.
Extra
I don't like
European. Yeah, extra slim fit.
I had a whole thing put together. I take it back. Like, I ran no jackets.
Right.
But have you considered Landstar? You could become a agent with them, an independent agent, and work on your own time and find your own freight. Or TQL will pay for you to move.
Mm-hmm.
They got a location in Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, you can if you can relocate, you can move down there, work for the company for a year, learn the inside, then step up into independent agent.
Yeah, that sounds.
Do that for a while, build a customer base, but you want to be careful of your contract because some of them have a non-compete clause.
I don't think those are around anymore, but it's non-solicits though.
Right.
Non-solicits.
They got TQL in Delaware. I think Bears just bought them though.
They all over the country, and also the school that I went to has a brokerage, and they don't have a non-compete clause. So how y'all doing? What's up, man? so who?
Did they get banned now?
Who?
The non-competes, did you hear about that news?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I heard
I
something
think-
about that.
Yeah, I don't know if it went through yet, but I think, yeah.
So the reason I'm going back because when I first went, MAC 21 started, the double brokering law. Even though it's not enforced, that was the year that I went. So now with the market shifting, I want to go and get taught and get updated information. And also they load training in Youngstown, Arizona actually wrote the book. That's the very first freight broker school in the United States of
Really?
America. Yeah, Dave doing out. So matter of fact, I can email you
Yeah, just send
it to you.
Yeah.
Alright, so we filling up. Mr. Malik, you wanna set up?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna come and shake everybody's hand. So he's gonna do a presentation with y'all. One thing about you said you was doing what, 300,000 a year with the brokerage?
What profit? Net profit?
Gross.
No, gross was like 1.5 million in my max revenue.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1.5 mil.
Right. So
almost
he's
2 mil actually.
he's responsible for moving millions of dollars worth of freight. He recently went independent. Most people would never meet a freight broker in their life, only over the phone. I've only met 2, and that's because I reached out to people. I met with him, and I met one down in Atlanta that showed me over $250,000 in clients. Just one client per year. So, can you move over to this side for me?
Yeah. Move the laptop over this side.
Well, the camera is rolling.
Yeah.
So he's going to teach y'all his presentation, but there's a couple of things I would like you to chime in on. A lot of people are crying about rates. I haven't been, but where was the market? Where is it now? And where do you see it going?
It's flatlined right now, honestly. From this year to last year, I feel like it's at the same spot.
Well, just incorporate it in there. Because
yeah.
once you go, I'm going to let you got the show.
It's. Would you want me to answer the question now?
No, well, you can, but I don't want to interrupt you. I want you to do your thing, because then we got other speakers coming.
Yeah. To preface it, it is flatlined. I don't. Produce market, it usually goes up. It might go up like 10 to 15% in the next few months. So that's honestly last week it went up a good bit. Did you notice that last week?
I took the last 2 myself, so I studied these.
It went up maybe like 4 or 5% last week. So I hope we're on the up and up now. It's really hard to say. If I said I know what's going on, I would be lying to you. If I could predict it, I can only do educated guesses. That's really all.
Well, I don't have a crystal ball, but I can tell you something about life. It's a little, one second. It's a little thin green book I read years ago. It's called Cycles. So everything has its cycles. It's not hot all year. It's not cold all year. Different products move and are produced in different parts of the country. The point I'm getting at is we're saying the opposite side of the coin. Post-COVID, when the country rushed outside, everybody was moving, and also they pumped all of this money into the system. The unemployment, the PPP loans, people were spending like crazy. People spend money, they spend the money on products. Products have to be shipped by trucking. That's why I updated. My first book was How to Make $250,000 a Year, which is still good today. I updated it to How to Make $400,000 to $500,000 a year to adjust to that particular time. That is not right now. So we're seeing the opposite end of it. Everything has a yin and a yang. So squirrels normally gather their nuts and then they hold them. A lot of people got into trucking when things were sky high and they had unrealistic ideas of how much money they were supposed to be making. And then when things went back to normal, they created these high costs of living. I'm gonna talk about that when it's my turn. And then rates went back down to normal. So the real problem is people's cost of living is too high. And the reason our cost of living is too high is because we have been programmed to an American financial system, which is actually slavery. Any of the holy books will tell you the borrower is slave to the lender. Most countries you go to, they don't finance cars and houses, they buy them. Here, you start off student loan, all right, then you get a starter car, all right, graduate from college, get your first job, buy a starter house, you get promoted, that house is not good enough, so you go get the bigger house, you married now, you made your wife all these promises, now you got that new house, you gotta have the car to match. So as you get closer to getting out of debt, you revising the debt and getting further into it. Before you know it, you're 45, you just bought a new house, you got 30 years on it. You're still paying on the student loans because they tricked you with a low interest rate, so you're paying on that for life. You keep sending your cars back, so that's another 7 years added on. And you, when you take the car back, you at a loss. So you losing money. It's a book out there, it's called Life and Air. It's about 2 people, one person had a real high dollar lifestyle. all the toys, big house, construction company, all this stuff, making billions of dollars. But his family was going down. He was working so hard, he was never home. His children started acting up, stuff started happening with his wife. All right, then you had the life in there. He had a modest house in a decent neighborhood that paid off. He had a quintessential coffee shop, paid off. He was very generous. He spent his spare time teaching the kids in the neighborhood how to fix trucks, cars as a hobby. And he did a lot of work with his church, and he traveled a lot with his wife. Why was he able to do that? Because he had a real low cost of living, like I do now. And I've had the high cost of living, the downtown lofts, the mansion cars, and all of this stuff, jewelry. When it's my turn, I'll tell y'all about it. But recently, I gave away everything I own. That's why y'all see me wearing a lot of black. That's all I got was work clothes. I really got this specifically for y'all. But I'm gonna talk about it when it's my time. How I reduced my cost of living, how I lost weight, how that can benefit y'all. Like right now, I can go to work for 1 week and I can take 3 months off. How y'all think I'm a diesel train? How you think I went to Africa? Cost of living. So don't become a voluntary slave to debt, trying to live the American dream, which is the big house, big car, all the dumb stuff. Because in reality, none of that stuff really matters in the grand scheme of things. If you don't believe me, get sick. You see, go to the hospital, see people at the end of their life. That's not what matters. What really matters is your family, your friends, and being happy. Because most people are trying to be successful so they can buy happiness, and it can't be bought. Trust me, I'm telling you, person knows right. You can only rent it. You can't buy happiness, you can only rent it. You can't buy love, you can only rent it. You can make a girl like you for a little bit while the money coming. Or man, but that's just the reality of it is. Some things have to be earned, or they have to be given. Or you gotta possess it from inside. So, but man gonna come up.
Strong. I like that. I love it.
I love you, man.
I love you, too,
Not in that way, but you know. Nah, but we don't gotta say that. It's just the times we living in is crazy.
2024 is a
I know. So my man gonna do his thing. Thank all y'all for coming, and all us is gonna benefit from this, including myself, because I'm helping y'all helping me.
Should I stand on this side or? This
You good. As long as you stay from the edge of that corner to the edge of that wall right there,
Okay.
that pillar.
Hey guys. Hey everybody. Was there anyone here last time I spoke, or is this the first time?